Yo. Frankie, say hi. Frankie, say hi. So, coming to you from the garden, there's going to be some changes. So right now we are in August. I think it's August 3rd. And my fiance Matt has a house that he rents out. And the renter that rented the bottom portion of the house, she lived there forever. And she's decided to get her own house. So that's awesome. And so now that opened up the opportunity for us to decide if we wanted to move there or if we just wanted to rent it out again. So after thinking about it for a long while, and I had to do some serious therapy with myself to come to the conclusion that we were going to move. Because his house has 3 bedrooms, it has a really nice side yard, a kitchen, and Lexi, she's 18 now, so she's gonna live here with her boyfriend, her fiance. They got engaged. Pop that here. So she's starting her life, and since this is my house, my dad and I are gonna put this house in a trust, and it's gonna be in the family forever. So why not let my daughter begin her life here? At least let this be a stepping stone for her. But I think that it makes sense to make the move so that Matt and I can start our lives together without being shadowed by my dad or my ex-husband. Right? And I think that it will bring me more overall peace. And I'm so excited because here I just don't feel like I'm able to do the things that I want to do. Oh my gosh, you clawed me. You about fell. Here, just sit over there. But, you're shedding so bad, buddy. So the house has a really nice side yard. It's in town. That's a downside to it, but really it's kind of a positive because it's a really small town. So we can go bike riding, we'll have a whole garage. We'll just feel like we have privacy for the first time in like over a year that we've been together. And that's going to enable us to be able to save money, build our credit, so that we can start Seasons of Life campground. And once we get to that point where we start looking for property, that's also where we're going to have our forever home built. Ideally, I would like to find a property that has like an old farmhouse on it, and then we can just that's been one of my dreams, is to find a property. Like, I want 10 or more acres that has like a small creek running through it with an old farmhouse that I can refurbish, bring back to life. That's been one of my long-term goals. I'm gonna miss this garden. I'm gonna miss coming out here and seeing it every day because it's become my refuge. I think that being my refuge, it's also been a reminder and a captivator of how I'm feeling. And you know how it is when you have garden losses, like when the soil's just not performing up to par and nothing is growing the way you want it to grow. It already, makes you feel down. But then on top of that, when you're going through a hard time, the addedness of what your garden not performing just has made it harder. Now I've purposely let my whole garden get long. I've let the weeds go wild. I had a lot of clover growing here, and I did that purposely for the beneficiaries. I wanted all the beneficial insects to be able to feed and feel like they're at home. And then it makes me feel so bad when I do go to mow, because then it's like I'm ruining their home. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to do something a little different next time, because I like having grass in moderation, but I also want to feed, the beneficial insects. So I already went and I planned out what I want the property to look like at our new place. I'm going to do like the paddock system like I did at our other place that we had in Star City. That way, I'm not even going to give it away because I want to surprise you guys with our next endeavor that we're going to do. But that way, we keep things contained. We keep the animals out, the kids out of different areas. And who knows, like we might stay there up until we have grandkids. I mean, my daughter's 18 now, so I just want to make it so like there's a kid area. I'll just pop it up here. That's my vision. You guys probably don't understand it from that, but there's an area for the kids, and then there's an area for sitting, like with the table and chairs, the outside table and chairs, and then there's my garden area. And since we have an upstairs tenant, I left like the staired area that goes up to their apartment open. And then all behind their little shed, I'm going to plant wildflowers so I can feed the beneficials. So I'm going to keep my yard maintained. Probably going to sprinkle clover seeds everywhere. I'm going to try to get like the shorter ones. I don't know if that's smart in the kids area, because you want them running around there and then getting stung by a bee. Maybe I'll plan that different, and I'll just put the clovers where I don't want the kids, which is in my garden. And if the kids are going to run around in there, I'll make sure to watch them. Okay, so the changes that I'm making to our channel. I'm sure you've already noticed if you get on and look at our channel. I have learned how to use AI for creating music, which I have thought is really flippin' cool. Because, I mean, like, me, I was born in 88, okay? So, like, this new age music, I'm not really down with. I like rock, I like heavy metal, I also like classical and soothing music. I don't like country. I know, but I don't. I'm sorry. I do like hearing the guitar and stuff like that, or even like a country intros and things like that. I like that in moderation. But it's kind of like the color red to me. It's got to be in moderation. That being said, you're going to see that I'm trying to do a lot more promoting of my books and my creativity work. I'm working with Canva and learning a lot of things on there. I just have a lot of stuff planned. And I'm thinking about, now I don't know if Christian music and heavy metal go together, but I feel like they should, because I love both. I like the message that you get from the Christian music, but I don't like the twanginess of a lot of it. There's a lot of Christian music I like, but I just like the really gospel twangy stuff I don't really get into, and that's just my own personal opinion. So don't shoot me. But I might play around with some songs and maybe put them on here for you guys. Maybe you guys like them too. I don't know. But as we get closer to purchasing our property for Seasons of Life Campground, and as I get closer to getting my license to become a therapist, a lot of things are going to change, and I'm going to be trying to promote, wellness and holistic living and community and all of those things a lot more. And I just have a lot of stuff planned. So how do my kids feel about the move? So we're going to be moving about an hour away from here. I'm good friends with my kid's dad, and I've talked to him about it, and he said he's happy for us. He knew that this was going to happen eventually. Even though I've told him that I'm going to stay in this house forever, he knows me. And me living with my dad was bound to not work eventually. And the kids, like Nolan and Anna, they're excited. Skylar, I think he's excited to move, but he's not excited to leave his school. So Monday, or tomorrow actually, we're going to take the kids and show them around their new school. And maybe I'll give you a little, insight of that. We are all excited. Overall, we all know that this is overdue. I had a lot of fears around it because I didn't want to take the kids away from their dad. I've never moved anywhere without Shane. And I know that me doing this is good for that, because that's me finally moving on. Even though I have moved on, it's like that last push. So school's going to be starting next week. I've already talked to the kids' new school. So that's why we have decided that we're just going to move in October. So we have all of this month and until October to go in and fix up the house and do the things that we want to do to it while gradually moving our things there. So that's good, because most of my other moves, it's been you gotta go, you gotta get it now, you have this deadline. The only deadline that I have is the one that I've set. And I chose October, because that's the end of the 9 weeks for the kids. And just that way we have a smooth transition, and they're gonna go in starting a new 9 weeks at the new school. And that way they're not behind. And Nolan and Anna, they both have an IEP and need extra help with their studies. So I made sure to check in on that school. And this school's a smaller school, so it's more one-on-one. Okay. So that's beneficial too. I believe there's only 800 and something children that go to that school. And it's all in one. Whereas I'm used to the elementary, the middle school, and then the high school. This one is all in one, but she told me that they have doors that separate the bigger kids from the little kids. Say hi. Say hi. So yeah, that'll be fun. And with the animals, I really don't want a bunch of cats in my house. The only cat that I have in my house is Toby. And I know Matt, he wanted to bring all of the cats and put them in the house, but this house is bigger than this one, but I don't feel like it's big enough to have all of the animals. And I'm really not one that likes hair. And these pretty babies, they shed a lot. So, I don't know about that. But we're going to come back here all the time. My dad's here, my daughter's here, my kid's dad's next door. I'm still going to take care of this garden. This is going to become my secondary garden. I have all my fruit trees. Next year I'm probably going to plan on doing a lot of tomatoes out in the garden. Whereas this year I have this little tomato patch because I just grew enough that I needed. Next year I'm probably going to do all tomatoes and probably potatoes and onions and use this as my secondary garden. But I really wanted some tomato plants at the new house too, so I'll probably do just a few of them this, next season. How lucky am I to have 2 gardens? And our garden shed here, we are going to continue to fix it out, and I have plans for that. That's going to become kind of like a little shop, storage and a shop. So I'm going to be able to do like flower arrangements in there. That's another thing I might do out there. Maybe I'll just plant a bunch of like flowers. Maybe I'll do wildflowers in all the beds, and some that come back every year. That way I don't have to worry about planting so much every year. Just do some of the beds perennial. Oh, I can do roses. Oh my gosh, y'all. There are so many possibilities I can do. Yeah, I didn't think of that. And like save all of the main, like if I do eggplants, if I do cucumbers and things like that, plant them at the house. This will be fun. It'll be good, right? We have to tell ourselves that. It's going to be good. All good things. All good things. I'm really going to go in with the soil amendments, and I do all organic, so it sometimes takes longer, but I'm going to do the worm compost, or worm castings, compost. Also wanted to talk about Giggles in the Garden. That has been kind of put on hold at the time being, because I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with that. I mean, I have figured out what I want to do, but I have to create it. So what I'm going to do is, instead of using all AI pictures, I'm going to create a stage and do it myself. So look forward to you seeing that. This soil's just so bad. This is the third season. At least I have tomatoes this year. I didn't have any last year. First cucumber out of this garden ever. I'm gonna come through here and just mow a strip in each walkway, and then weed eat around it. Like my squash plants, nothing has done good. Look at all the okra. Like this soil. I have tons of potatoes planted in here. I don't even know if they came up. But the weeds are getting it. I have some green beans. Look at that bug. I did have a lot of zucchini growing in here, but some pretty sunflowers. I mean, there's some stuff going for it in here. Let's see if we got anything. Don't see anything yet. I don't think that corn's going to do much. And I amended this with my chicken waste that had been sitting. And there's something missing in the soil. I could do a soil test, but I just haven't been in the right state of mind to want to give this that much attention due to the whole lot of family issues. Look at this. This is pretty. The Cosmos always did really well. And they're my sunshine in a dark place. I planted so many different flower seeds here. Nothing came up. Although, what are those, grasshoppers? The cats. The cats have fun chasing the grasshoppers. Flanky, what you see? What you see, Frank? Are you hiding? You in the jungle? The cats love it. Hi, babies. So let's see what it tastes like. Our first cucumber out of the garden. Nothing like fresh. That's my little update. See you guys next time.
I was choking on the silence. Heart was buried in the sand. All the scars I tried to hide were written in your hand. I called out through the thunder, didn't know if you'd hear me fall. But even in my ruin, you never left at all. You're the fire in the dark, you're the voice in the rain. You break every chain, you erase every shame. When I'm lost in the flood and the world starts to cave, you come like a storm, you're my saving flame. You're my saving
So, that clothesline, is that yours? Little side yard or road.
This is nice.
That needs fixed up. Oh look, it has a whole fire pit.
Wait, that's nice. I come with it.
I thought this was one tree. There are two. Hang some bird feeders and stuff in the tree.
I don't know what it smells like.
A little bit of profanity on that.
Doesn't it?
This needs cleaned out. That looks like a nice little fire pit.
This would be nice to wake up to. Because there's a whole view over there.
That tree needs trimmed. Don't know what that is. Like somebody dumped something.
whole area.
That's the next house.
Is this the area where we're gonna be at?
Well, the bottom, the whole bottom.
Oh. So
That goes into the garage.
That's the garage.
That's a shared little area.
Fences. Just jump on my truck.
So Matt wants to enclose this, and then we could put our
What is that?
lawnmower and stuff in it. Well, if you enclose that, that's gonna take away the light from that window. Well, me, that's gonna be our bedroom.
That window's big.
I don't know. We'll talk about that.
This one.
Get some before pictures because we're gonna make it look totally different. I really like this front porch. Here's our neighborhood park. Cute little park. You can literally see it from the porch. So that's nice. Really never liked living in town, but this is beneficial.